I actually wanted to do this whole video without sunglasses because it's super douchey that I'm just talking to the camera with the sunglasses on, but I can't see shit. This hurts, so take two. Much better. Now I don't care if the sun's hitting me in the face, whatever. The video I wanted to make today is kind of like a throwback to the Helgato days. I wanted to just show you how to Brabus your car step by step, and don't even dare to tell me you could just go to Brabus and buy one directly. I need to make it a little bit more dramatic and tell you all the steps that I went through with my car. Why? Because it's YouTube. It only makes sense. With that said, I just wanted to throw a little picture so that we can identify what a 4x4 is compared to a regular G Wagon. So that's a G63 AMG, and that's a 4x4 square 550. So that's not an AMG, lacks power, doesn't do all the noise things, all of that stuff that this one does, but it's gigantic and it's so cool. So that's what he does for everyone, at least for me. So I'm gonna start with step one. Let me move the G Wagon, the small one. It's just in the way. Done. And now let me put you on with the star of the show, right over here. This baby is my G550 4x4 square, now Brabus. So I'm gonna give you all of the steps that got me here with this car. Starting with number one, I obviously had to buy the car. We're getting that obvious, people, because some people just don't know. The original car is actually black. I'm sure Ivan's gonna be able to throw you a little flashback as to how it looks normal without all of the stuff that it has on top of it. So the car was black. I found it at Mercedes-Benz Beverly Hills. Well, Yvonne gave me a call and told me that she had this. I could not pass on it at that point because I already had seen some on the street, and I said that it was necessary for me to have one of these. Pretty much every single car has the same spec aside from the one that's bright yellow. That one is like $20,000 more just for the paint job. But I didn't want to spend $20,000 on a paint job when I can just do a wrap on a car. So what was the first thing I did after buying the car? I took it to RDB to get it wrapped in blue. So once I wrapped the car in blue, or once RDB put it on the bay and started taking all the pieces apart, I went on Instagram and I made a huge mistake. I started looking up for 4x4 squares around the world. Why? Because you want to get yourself some perspective. You want to see what's out there that's cool. And I found the Brabus ones. And then at that point, Vic from RDB was making a Brabus one. And guess what? After seeing it, I just had to ask Vic, how much is a Brabus kit? After he told me how much the kit was, I said, let's do this. So after finding the car and wrapping it, the next step was, let's contact Brabus and get the parts. Normally, you cannot get the parts if you're just a nobody like myself and call Brabus and say, hey, I want a kit for my car. They just won't give you the kit. You need to do more than that, or probably take the car to them. But because RDB has a good relationship with them, they were able to do the Brabus thing. So they sent the parts to RDB for install. So once RDB got the parts, and now I want to show you the parts. I want to show you what's different because this one looked completely different before. Well, not completely different, but it looked different. So number one and the most obvious one, right here, the B from Brabus, right? On top of that, there's a carbon fiber hood scoop. And on the sides, there's some carbon fiber for, you know, fake aero. The bumper right here, brand new, along with the module for the lights up there. So those work now. On top of that, rear bumper, which is brand new. You got your brake lights, fog lights right here, some other lights right here. I mean, come on, that looks insane. So those are the pieces that I decided to just keep on the car. There's a lot more options available. Number one, there's an engine tune, right? Okay, who gives a crap an engine tune by Brabus? And I don't mean that in a bad way. I mean this, it's just an ECU tune and they're expensive, and all they do is they tune your ECU, they put some bullshit covers in the engines as if that was enough. Like, I understand that some people want to make sense of it. It makes no fucking sense. Also, there's a lot of internet warriors saying, oh, you put fake air intakes on your car, or fake these. This has the aerodynamics of a brick. It's impossible for it to do well in any way, shape, or form with better aero. Even if this was a real scoop, what do you think it's gonna do to this fucking massive thing? Honestly, I'm waiting, internet trolls, please, I'm waiting. Exactly. Same thing with these. This is all fake. A lot of people are just gonna say, this is a poser's car. Go fuck your mom. Well, it's not a poser's car. It's just a car that makes no sense. So why in the hell would you want to put anything that makes any sense into the car when in the beginning there's no base for it to make sense at any point in its life, other than the off-roading stuff that you can do, right? So that's why I wanted something really cool, something that stood out like in a crowd, which was a huge mistake because once I realized I was on the freeway in a massive blue car, people were driving by, they were like, oh, Hydra, that you're just waving a flag saying, I'm here, guys, which is the most douchey thing in the world, but it's kind of cool. So those are all the things that make a G Wagon Brabus. And the next steps are gonna be the interior. So in the interior, this is what we were talking to Vic, because it's all Alcantara inside, right? All of the seats, nothing crazy, nothing too out of the ordinary. And obviously you can do a Brabus interior, but they're not that expensive. But now that I saw the 6x6 square, hang on. Hey, there's a fucking bird. Stop! He's just shitting on my mirrors. He literally is getting into a fight with a mirror. I'm sorry I got sidetracked. Anyways, if you wanted to do the Brabus interior, that's possible. You just gotta send it to Brabus, and it's gonna be somewhere, I think, under $10,000. I don't wanna say specific pricing because I'm not sure if they charge you extra for installation, but it's around that. How much was the kit for the one that I put around here? The kit alone was around $20,000. Is it worth it? Yeah, because it's stupid. It makes something stupid even stupider. Does that make sense? And it's the greatest thing in the world. I want to do the interior. I feel like you need the interior done. Cosmetics. I don't like the idea of the ECU tune and fucking the suspension, anything. Just leave the car the way it is. Just make it look more badass because it doesn't make any sense. Now, I haven't done the interior Brabus for one simple reason. I kind of want a 6x6. And I'm waiting to see how this is gonna play out because I just did this one and it would hurt my soul to sell it right away, which I don't wanna do. So I'm gonna figure out how to import a 6x6, take that long process so that I don't have to like get rid of this right away, see how it goes. So that's how I got to here with the 4x4 square, in case you were wondering, which I'm sure no one was. You guys have any questions, anything you like, anything you don't, please let me know in the comments down below. This is one of my favorite cars I've ever had, even though I hated the G Wagon for the longest time ever. I don't understand how to get out of saying that it's amazing and it's stupid, and sometimes just it hits you later, way too later.